You know, the 11 rack is actually amazing, and Pro Tools obviously is the leading recording software on the planet, but you do get some advantages when you use them together, and so what I want to do is show you one of those right now. Okay, so here we are in Pro Tools. It's a common thing in recording to not take very good notes or not make presets or sort of forget how you got a certain sound, and it makes it tough to come back later and keep working on that stuff. So in Pro Tools and the 11 rack, you now have the ability to embed the settings from the rig directly into the audio file. And you can see that's right here in the user options. And you can say, what audio file would you like to embed those settings into? You can see there are a bunch of different options. And when you get that, you get a little E symbol right here to let you know that that is the track you are embedding the settings into. Come to think of it, if you look at, these are all the inputs available from the 11 rack. It is a full-featured 8-channel Pro Tools LE interface. So you do have line inputs, digital inputs, you have the input from the wet rig, and you have the mic input, as well as this guitar input that we're going to be recording, which is the dry guitar signal, unaffected. So we can use that later to change the amp sound if we like, or come back to it and sort of punch in, and we'll find out how to do that in a second. So we've now got our parts here. If we go and look at the Playback Engine, you'll see that I've got a playback hardware buffer of 512 samples, which is a little bit high for me. I don't feel I can play tightly when there's a buffer setting that high. And you don't have to worry about that, because in Pro Tools, with the 11 rack, when I turn on low latency monitoring, it doesn't matter. The reason is because there are DSP on the 11 rack that all of this stuff is running on. It's not running as a plugin in Pro Tools, and it means that when I turn on low latency monitoring, I can still hear my guitar sound. So I'm going to play like I'd hope I'd play. So here we have our little section here. So we're ready to play. I've got my count off going on. I've got my crunchiness. It's always important. And let's do it. Okay, so let's take a look at these tracks we just did. So I'm going to zoom in so you can see them. There are 3. So the stereo output from the wet rig is right here, and then right above it is the direct guitar sound. And you can see how easy those hit points are to find because there's no fuzzy distortion covering them up like there is here. So as an added benefit, you can actually use it as an editing guide. Just select across both tracks, but use the direct guitar track for your in and out points. You can always print directs just to help you with your editing if you want. So I'm going to go to the bridge. And the bridge is a different kind of a sound. So what I need to do is load a different sound. And to do that, I'm going to go to the computer. So you can load and save settings, both to the 11 rack itself and also to the computer. So I'm just going to pull this one right off the computer. So this is more of a wet sounding thing. So let's do it. I got my counting going on. So it's exactly 4 bars. That's where I punched in, so I can literally just duplicate it, and now I have my entire bridge. So let's say you want to go back and fix those couple notes that I missed in the first bit. Well, I didn't save a preset, and I didn't make a note, and I don't have any idea where the knobs in the 11 rack were. Very easy to do. All you have to do is right-click on the file that has a little E symbol icon in it, and just say Load Guitar Rig Settings. And what it will do is load all the settings for the rig right into the 11 rack, so I can get right back. Easy as pie. Changes the world. I don't have to keep taking notes. All I have to do is worry about playing, and Pro Tools and the 11 rack will take care of the rest. So pretty cool. Pro Tools and the 11 rack, the ultimate combination for the recording guitar player. See you in a bit.